She stood in the laundry room, holding a ruined sweater, her voice shaking with frustration. "Why does this keep happening?" she asked. The answer was simple. It wasn't the washing machine. It wasn't bad detergent. And it definitely wasn't an accident. It was revenge, quiet, invisible, and devastatingly precise. If you've ever been underestimated, if you've ever been pushed aside, read told to, just deal with it, then you're gonna love this story. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, and get comfortable. Because this is one of the most petty, poetic revenge stories you'll hear today. Let me take you back a few years. I worked with a woman, let's call her Sarah. Sarah was one of those people who made life look effortless. The kind of mom who packed homemade lunches with little notes inside. The kind who showed up to school events early, camera ready, cheering louder than anyone else. 3 boys, a husband, a house that always looked warm, lived in love from the outside. Picture perfect. Until it wasn't. Because one day, her husband, after years of routine, responsibility, and comfort, decided he was done. Just done. Midlife crisis. That cliché you think only happens in movies. He didn't want the marriage anymore. He wanted freedom, excitement, someone, fun. And just like that, Sarah's world collapsed. The divorce wasn't kind. It wasn't fair. And it definitely wasn't gentle. Through a mix of legal maneuvering and emotional pressure, he got the house. The boys stayed there so they wouldn't have to change schools. On paper, it sounded reasonable. In reality, it broke her. She lost her home. She lost her daily presence with her kids. And worst of all, she had to watch another woman move into the life she built. A woman who was younger, flashier, and painfully clueless. This new girlfriend moved in almost immediately. And from what the boys told her later, this woman had no idea how to run a household. No idea how to cook real meals. No idea how to clean. No idea how to take care of kids. Sarah's ex wasn't much better. He'd never had to do those things before. Sarah always handled it. Now, the boys were eating poorly, living in chaos, and Sarah knew it. Every time her sons came to stay with her, she noticed it. The quiet way they mentioned frozen dinners. The laundry that never seemed clean. The subtle embarrassment in their voices, and she swallowed her anger, until one afternoon, everything snapped into focus. She was at the house, helping her boys pack for the week. Being civil, being calm, being the bigger person. That's when she went into the laundry room, and she saw it, a massive pile of dirty clothes. Overflowing baskets. Shirts, sweaters, underwear, bras, all mixed together. She stood there, staring at the mess, and felt something shift inside her. Not rage. Not screaming anger. Something colder. Sharper. She turned to her boys and smiled gently. "Come here," she said. "I'm going to show you how to do laundry properly." She taught them how to separate colors, how to use the washer, how to dry clothes correctly. She made sure they understood this was a life skill. But as they worked it, she noticed something else. On the laundry room counter, a pair of scissors. And that's when the idea came. Not loud, not dramatic, not illegal, just precise. While the boys were distracted, Sarah picked up a shirt from the girlfriend's pile. She didn't cut a hole. She didn't shred it. She snipped one single stitch, right along a side seam, invisible. Then another shirt, one stitch under the arm, a sweater, just one thread holding the seam together. Underwear, one tiny snip at the elastic, bras, one stitch at the band. Each cut took less than a second. Nothing noticeable, nothing obvious. Just enough. Then she calmly showed the boys how to load everyone's laundry together. "All dirty clothes go in," she said sweetly. And that was that. Weeks passed. Then one evening, one of the boys mentioned something casually. "Dad's girlfriend is really mad." Sarah kept her face neutral. "Oh, why's that?" The boy shrugged. "She says her clothes keep getting ruined in the wash. Like seams ripping and stuff." Sarah nodded sympathetically. "Huh. That's strange." Inside, she felt something she hadn't felt in months. Relief, satisfaction, control. The girlfriend complained constantly, accused the washing machine, changed detergents, bought new clothes. And every few weeks, whenever Sarah happened to be in the house again, she added just a little more chaos. Another stitch. Another seam. Another elastic thread. Never enough to be obvious. Always enough to fail later. 6 months. For 6 months, this woman watched her wardrobe quietly self-destruct. Sweaters unraveling at work, bras snapping midday, shirts splitting without warning. And she never suspected a thing. Because how could she? The real payoff wasn't yelling. It wasn't confrontation. It was watching karma work invisibly. The girlfriend became paranoid. Furious. Embarrassed. She blamed cheap brands. Bad luck. Faulty machines. Eventually, she moved out. Couldn't handle the house. Couldn't handle the kids. Couldn't handle the mystery destruction of her perfect outfits. And Sarah? She never said a word. She just smiled and kept teaching her boys how to take care of themselves. Was it cutty? Was it cruel? Maybe a little. But when you take someone's home, when you uproot a mother from her children's daily life, sometimes justice doesn't come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes with a single snipped stitch. If this story made you smile, or gasp, or whisper, that's evil. Smash that like button, drop a comment and tell us, what's the pettiest revenge you've ever seen? And don't forget to subscribe, because we've got a lot more stories where karma quietly does its job.